So topic is pharynx. As in previous videos, I discussed about the salivary glands and about the structure. After salivary glands, we are having a structure in the digestive system. So what is the pharynx? Pharynx is a funnel-like structure. Funnel-like. It is a funnel-like structure. Basically, we can say it is a station or a pathway of the food. So there are three types of pharynx. Three types. What are these three types? Number one is nasopharynx. Number two is oropharynx. And number three is pharyngeal pharynx. So these are three types of the pharynx. First of all, we will discuss about the nasopharynx. Nasopharynx. As you can see from the name naso, which means nose. So the location of nasopharynx is on the where the internal nostrils opens. Internal nostrils. I'm not talking about the external. I'm talking about the internal nostrils open. Where the internal nostrils opens, that called the nasopharynx. So the location of nasopharynx where the internal nostrils open, so that called the nasopharynx. Basically, the nasopharynx make connection between the middle layer and oral cavity. It make connection between the middle layer and oral cavity. And we are having one tube of middle layer that called the Eustachian tube. This is the tube of the middle layer. Basically, this opens in nasopharynx. This tube opens in the nasopharynx, so it make nasopharynx make connection between the middle layer and the oral cavity. Eustachian tube opens in the nasopharynx. This is the tube of the middle layer. Basically, Eustachian tube is used, or we can say it is used, or it helps in the balancing of the sound pressure, and usually it is closed, but when we chew and when we yawn, it opens. It is closed, mostly it is closed, but when we chew and when we yawn, then it opens. This is a Eustachian tube present in the middle layer that is used for the balancing of the sound pressure. After that, nasopharynx is lined up with the cells called ciliated sedus, columnar, stratified epithelial cells. Ciliated sedus, columnar, stratified epithelial cells. These are present. Nasopharynx is lined up with these cells. After that we are having oropharynx. Number 2 is oropharynx. As you can see from the name, oro means oral cavity. We usually use oral cavity, so the oro is derived from the oral cavity. So oral cavity. So basically, location of oropharynx is the location of oropharynx is part where food and water passes. Food and water passes, so that is called the oropharynx. Part from where food and water passes, so that is called the oropharynx. The pharynx is it is present in the oral cavity, right? Or we can say it is present in the buccal cavity. So oropharynx is a part where food and water passes, so that is called the oropharynx. Oropharynx is lined up with the cells called non-keratinized squamous stratified epithelial cells. Stratified epithelial cells. So the oropharynx is lined up with the non-keratinized squamous stratified epithelial cells. After that, number 3 we are having that is pharyngeal pharynx. Not pharyngeal, laryngopharynx. Where I am mistaken, this is laryngo. This is laryngopharynx. Number 3 is laryngopharynx. So if we talk about location of laryngopharynx, it is a part where food and air passes. Like we can say it is a part where food and air crosses, and food will move in the esophagus and air will move in the trachea. So that pathway is called the laryngopharynx. These both will passes from the laryngopharynx, which means they will cross each other on the laryngopharynx. So that is the location of the laryngopharynx. And laryngopharynx is lined up with the same cells as we are having in the oropharynx, that were the non-keratinized squamous stratified epithelial cells. So these are the cells that is the laryngopharynx is lined up with. Now in pharynx we are having one ring. That called the Waldeyer's ring. This is present in the larynx, Waldeyer's ring. And Waldeyer's ring we are having 4 tonsils present. 4 tonsils present. Number 1 is palatine. Number 2 is tuber. Number 3 is pharyngeal, and number 4 is lingual. So these 4 are the tonsils that are present in the Waldeyer's ring. These 4 tonsils will make Waldeyer's ring. So as I told, that Waldeyer's ring is present in the pharynx. Now first of all we will talk about the palatine. If we talk about the palatine is present on the basal part, or we can say basal side of the ring. It is present on the basal side of the ring, and it is in paired form. Like there will be the two. It will be in the paired form. One will be there and one will be there. If we make it is on the basal side, so basal side is this. so it will be in the paired form. So this is palatine. After that we are having tuber. Tuber will be also in the pair form, and this will be present on the superiorly but lateral side. Superiorly but lateral side. But on the lateral side. Like it will present here but in the lateral. So these are called the tuber. After that, if we talk about the pharyngeal, it is unpaired. It will be only one. Pharyngeal will be only one, and it is present on the inferior. No, it is present in the superior side. This was present superior side, but this was present in the lateral side. This is present superior side, like it will be present here. So this is called the pharyngeal. After the last one, we are having lingual. This is also unpaired, and this is present in the inferior side. So this is a lingual. These are the 4 tonsils that make the Waldeyer's ring, and this ring is present in the pharynx. Basically, in the Waldeyer's ring, 100 tonsils are present. 100 tonsils present in the Waldeyer's ring. Now, if we talk about the palatine opens in the pharyngeal. It opens in the oropharynx. And if we talk about the tuber and the pharyngeal, these both open in the nasopharynx. Palatine open in the oropharynx. Tuber and pharyngeal opens in nasopharynx. If we talk about the lingual, this opens in the posterior side of the tongue. Posterior side of tongue. So these were the tonsils. Now, what is tonsils actually? Basically, tonsils are the masses of lymphatic cells. These are the masses of lymphatic cells. Now, what are lymphatic cells? Basically, lymphatic cells, they secrete, or we can say lymphatic cells produce lymph, right? And the in lymph we are having white blood cells, and white blood cells work as a protector, protection. It provides protection. So if we combine these both, so we can say that the lymphatic cells is used, or we can say tonsils are used for the protection. Indirectly, tonsils are used for the protection. How? Tonsils, what are tonsils? Masses of the lymphatic cells, and lymphatic cells produce lymph, and in lymph we are having white blood cells in the large amount, and the white blood cells work for the protection. So indirectly, lymphatic cells provide protection, which means tonsils provide protection to the pharynx. So that was the structure of the pharynx. Now, if we talk about the muscles of the pharynx, which muscles are the present in pharynx? Muscles of the pharynx. There are 2 types of muscles of the pharynx. Number 1 is circular muscles, and another we are having that were the longitudinal. These both are the muscles that are present in the pharynx. First of all, we will talk about the circular. In circular, we are having 3 types. Number 1 is superior circular constrictor. Basically, circular muscles are the Primary constrictors. Primary constrictors. These are the primary constrictors. So number one is a superior circular constrictor. Number two is middle circular constrictor, and number three is inferior circular constrictor. So we have three types of the circular. First of all, we will talk about the superior. What are the superior circular constrictors? Basically, these are having two origins. First, if we talk about the superior, it connected from hard palate and end to the thyroid cartilage. And now if we talk about the middle, it is we can say it is connected from the hyoid ligament and end to the hyoid bone. Now if we talk about the inferior, it starts from the what was the name? It starts from the cricoid cartilage and end to the thyroid cartilage. So first of all, superior connected from the hard palate to the thyroid cartilage and end to the thyroid cartilage. If we talk about the middle start from the hyoid ligament and end to the hyoid bone. Now if we talk about the inferior, it starts from the cricoid cartilage and end to the thyroid cartilage. Now another type of muscle that is longitudinal. It is also having three parts. Number one is stylopharyngeal. Number two is palatopharyngeal. Number three is salpingopharyngeal. Basically, if I told this work of these muscles work to elevate pharynx and push bolus into the esophagus. These three longitudinal muscles elevate pharynx and push bolus into the esophagus. And another work, if I told that when we are swallowing, so the we can say epiglottis, covered glottis, because when we are writing epiglottis, cover glottis, if epiglottis cover glottis, that the food will not enter in the trachea. So the epiglottis basically epiglottis, not glottis, present on the inferior side of the pharynx. So the epiglottis is like the cover, we can say, as a cape that cover the glottis. So if the food will not move in the trachea. So when we are swallowing, epiglottis cover glottis through the help of the muscles. These muscles. So the help of these muscles. So these were the muscles of the pharynx.